Now speed. Catch bonus, baby. Oof. Dear living walks are having a wonderful day on this glorious 4th of September 2025. It is extremely early in the morning. It's 5:55 on 5. What? Oh, 6:04. 6:04. Yes, okay. I'm gonna make some videos, and 2 hours I have to go to, well, in an hour and a half I will go to see my father. That's gonna be fun. So watch it. We have a couple of videos in view. I'm actually quite excited about that, and gonna get things ready. It's gonna be fun, so I'm excited. Bless you. Don't blink, you blink. I gotta go up there, sure. The thing was that this very early morning, but 4th of September 2025, here we are enjoying some nature park. Hope you guys enjoy. Not a lot, but there is a couple of things. For example, this cloud is beautiful, so there's at least that. Don't blink, you're buying. Welcome to our show. Continuing walks are having a wonderful day on this very early morning of the 4th of September 2025. It is rise and shine, sweetie. It is 6 a.m. We went to bed. It was like 2 o'clock last night, so we were able to sleep a little bit. We're tired, but this is good because this is a second day in a row where we wake up for the sunrise. So we're making a habit. We're breaking the habits. We're breaking the habits tonight. I painted on the wall, so I'm the one that falls. We're making a habit of waking up at that time, and every time that we manage, it's easier. Give me a couple of more days like that, and we'll be somewhere. See, in the morning you don't have an immune system, you don't have anything, so your nose is running. Here's the intro of The 4th of September. 4th of September is absolutely a great day. Oh, ink. My apologies. What a computer. Got a lot of work to do. Because my Twitch storage is full. Yesterday we spent the day making clips. We made 20 hours for. We made we made upward of 20 hours of clips. So we were at 80 and now we're over the limit. As you can see, we still have freaking Prison Break. Let's see if they're still available. Good. It's unavailable. Why is that good? Because we worked really hard last night, so I would have been disappointed. They decided to keep it like, oh, you know what? I know I told you this is not enough, but it is. The whole purpose of this was to do it. You know what's insane? I said I was so busy. I just realized I uploaded the video twice. But that video is 4 hours and a half. That's why yesterday we felt like we did so much. My phone was empty. The storage. I finished working last night, and it was something like 2 minutes 26 left of storage. So insane on this phone. I have to use the app. I have to take the habit of doing this one because the camera is up there. You know my camera. I'm one of my videos. I'm watching. I'm looking down. So this is all super flux. So this morning we have a lovely breakfast. We have 97 hours 28 minutes of Twitch clips. I'm not gonna be uploading them all, but if I can upload 10 hours, then I can do 10 hours. This one isn't ready yet for idle. However, I think I'm gonna do some defense afterwards. So again, that does make sense. So you guys, chocolate con leche. My mom took me to a pretzel place, and that was a dipping sauce. It's good, but it's glorified Nutella. And they'll charge you double. So hey, I don't know. The intro today. It's a bit hard to manage what I'm gonna do because my gun may only sleep for 3 hours. So I'm gonna be sleeping more time for sure. I'm gonna sleep much longer. So I'm thinking about 5 or 6 hours. So here goes half my day, right? However, there's a couple of positive things. For example, we woke up for the sunrise. That's a positive. I'll make some videos. I'm gonna make videos until 7:40. 7:40, I'm gonna take quick showers. I'm gonna go to my father's house. 10 o'clock, I'm back. I'm gonna go to my father's today. What I would like to do is try to sleep then. Then I would like to watch some Brooklyn Nine-Nine. This is what we're starting today. We're starting today Brooklyn Nine-Nine because um, it's leaving Netflix on the 16th of September. And today is the 4th, so I got 13 days to watch it. And then, nice to start redoing my recap. Looking at that is going to be a lot harder though. Because episodes are shorter. We should do 4 hours per set of videos. Time for the phone to charge. But here, 4 hours is it's 12 episodes. So every single 4 hours, we're watching half of a season. You understand? It'll be a bit harder, but hey, at the same time, it'll be fun because it's a great show. So that's the plan. That was the plan. I would also like to do a TikTok live because we didn't do one yesterday. So that would be important to do and fun to do. On that note, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink. It's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Today, guys, doing well because I'm having a wonderful day. On this 4th of September 25. Sorry. We're collecting diamonds. I'm not playing Minecraft, something similar though. I was doing well on this 4th September 2025, second morning in a row that we make it up to the sunrise. Which yesterday, it's insane because, oh my god, you guys aren't seeing this. You see behind me? There's literally a plane right now who's making a line in the sky. And it's beautiful because of the color of the sun. So yesterday we talked about the rising so early, and the effect it ended up being a 40 minutes video called Morning Thoughts, and kind of a cool video to do. I'm not gonna do a 40 minutes video to do. Don't worry. However, there is something there. We're having a good time making content. Like, for example, the body is a wonderful thing, right? Doing clips. No, that's not true. I'm not doing them, I'm just uploading them. Cause I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a lone. Did you guys know that the guy who plays Elton John in his movie Rocket Man sang this song in a movie called Sing in 6 years before? Oh. In the morning you don't have an immune system. Once again, is the vampires gonna kill me? The vampires gonna kill me? No. I died a horrible death. Psychotic. C'est la vie. So second day, and although I am so increase enemy spawn. Each wave cash earned per kill increased by 30%. That is huge. That is huge. Okay, so I got another card. You know what? I'm gonna trade you for health. I'm gonna trade you for enemy balance. Give me a sec. I'm still standing better than I ever did. We bought a new card because it was a mission and it's ended up being something good. So yeah. I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a lone survivor. Second days and we're already doing much better. It's insane how quickly the body adapts itself. Because we had some new Nutella, but let's pretend like it wasn't the reason as to why we're in a good mood. My mood is better. The general sense of my mental health is better. Yesterday was rough. Today is rough, but less rough. My body, however, is shutting down. Um, we still have uh, a cold, which is not a cold. It's just when you wake up in the morning, your immune system is still asleep. So you're pushing your system towards sickness, I guess, sickliness, and your body's like, I need some sleep, bruh. But this is also great because yesterday we worked so hard. Yesterday we worked so hard. We worked so hard even though we slept for 9 hours. Like I said, yesterday was the hardest I've worked for a while because my phone, this phone had 2 minutes left of storage, so I was pretty happy. However, it's kind of insane because this morning I'm not being honest about me wanting to wake up. I'm like, bro, I want to sleep, but I saw this line. So this line that you see here was a really nice shade of pink. Like, oh, that would be a cool video to do. So I woke up right now, and do I want to go be up right now? No, I want to sleep, dude. But so I'm not being honest, right? However, we're up, and give me a couple minutes. Yes, that's the thing. My first video was the morning talk, like how hard it was to wake up in the morning, right? And that video was like 40 minutes long. Yes, it's 40 minutes long because I ramble, you know. And there's a completely different person in the morning, in the beginning, and the end. In the beginning, I'm like, I'm so tired. In the end, I'm like, you know what? Never mind, I'm good. We're good, bro. We're doing okay. We're doing okay, you know. And it's not perfect, but I mean, if we are doing better, at least this is that. This is that. Does that make sense? No. Oh. Oh well. And you know, the same thing this morning, right? I'm already having. I think. I'm not sure, but I think the waking up is the hardest part. The awake is the ooh part. And I think what changes here is you're adapting quicker. Because you're adapting quicker, it seems like it's less rough, but it's still that rough, right? And then in a couple of days, it won't be hard at all because this whole adaptation to waking up early will be gone. And because it will be gone, it won't be a problem anymore. But it was a non-problem to begin with. A problem is something that you have a hard time fixing, right? And it's cool. Because you having a hard time fixing it means that there's a problem. You having a problem means that you have something to fix. Something to improve. If you had no problem, you're either perfect or you're in denial. One of the two. Right? Yesterday, also wasn't honest because did I work hard? And this is something that's kind of nice. Did I work hard because I wanted to or because I had to? Yesterday was the last day that I had for Prison Break. And we did finish the show. We finished season 4. So season 4 was 2008. Season 5 was 2017. So you could finish season 4 and be just peach and dandy, and it's all good, you know? If it was, I would have not worked as hard if it wasn't the last day, so. Again, here, you could argue about how honest I am. You know, well, you didn't really want to do it, you had to. You're right. One versus need, which is at the base of every society, right? But at the same time, I forced myself to work that hard, and here we are today. I'm gonna be working hard today too. So just like waking up, your body or your brain, but also your body, because your brain. People say so people say that the brain will lead the body. Yeah, but if the body refuses to cooperate, there's nothing to lead, you know? the body, just like when you're sleeping, is gonna be adapting to working harder, you know. And I think this is where the difference is. It's not necessarily about, oh well, I did this, 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 and this, and this. It's I was able to do this and this, and it's sort of okay, you know. So yeah, this is W. This is a victory itself. The fact that no matter what, I should do something good. No matter what, we accomplish something good, you know. And with something good, it's overwork, so it's negative to begin with. But at the same time, like you want to work, I'm motivated, right? And even if the motivation is fear, because there's a fear that if I don't finish that day, which is yesterday, I won't be able to recap a show, which is Prison Break. You know. So then again, you're not being honest, and it's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts. But then, this, even though it is a lie to myself, of course, it's not the biggest lie ever. There's a possibility that I worked that hard because last week we made a video of myself asking myself, are you working enough? And realizing that I've worked less this year than last year. And wondering why. Wondering why we work less. Yeah, it's windy today. It's windy. You like my chopstick? Chopstick. I like to keep them here because I eat on the balcony, so this is my only utensil I'll leave there. For garbage, though. It doesn't matter. You use them a couple times and then you throw them away. There you go. I'm floating. Maybe because I made that video and I was disappointed in myself because I thought that last year I worked harder. Maybe I pushed myself to work harder. If there wasn't that video, did I work as hard yesterday? I don't know. There's a part of me that gave up on Lost. I was at season 3, episode something. And I was like, dude, you got 3 seasons left. You're not gonna be able to do it. So fuck it, right? I wish I would watch more Lost, but still, I don't think I would have been able to finish it. And then you could argue that the difference between Lost and Prison Break was Lost was before that video, where I'm mad at myself for not working as hard. Is it a coincidence? Possibly. Right? And the truth is, Prison Break was good. Season 4 was good, but it wasn't the best thing I've ever watched, right? But it's really good. It's really, really nice. It's such a legacy, right? So you're like, wow, what a good show. So this morning, I'm not sure what to do. I have to go see my father. It's not gonna be relaxing. I'm gonna have to sleep more because I like sleep. I slept for 2 hours, which is not good. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go back to bed. I'm achieving goal right now, which is to stay up during the sunrise. There's no choice, right? So to see my father's gonna be fun though. I would also like to do some bike. That would be nice, right? That would be really nice, actually. And question is, why is today so important? Well, because yesterday we worked hard. So today is the comparison. I worked harder yesterday. Today, if the motivation is fear, then it's a motivation. But fear shouldn't be the motivation. Being happy doing what you're doing should be the motivation, you know? And that's pretty much it. So you're worried about how it will self-perception is actually important here. Self-perception in the sense of we're pushing ourselves to achieve a certain something. And that certain something is only as important as certain something else. I'm working harder because in the past I worked less. By working less, I'm able to say I work harder. If by working hard, it was something that I would do every single day, then I couldn't say, oh, I worked harder. Because now you work as hard as you did yesterday. So it all becomes meaningless, right? And that's actually a good thing because, like, wow, I really thought I did good, but I didn't. But then here's like the problem: you convince yourself that you're not doing good when you're doing good, and this is problematic in a sense of you becoming your biggest enemy, your biggest opposite to say. You becoming your biggest enemy is self-conditioning yourself to failure because you're so hard with yourself that the only exit is failure. And when there is failure, you're like, oh well, I knew I wasn't able to do that. Huh? And here's the thing, I'm not a fighter in life. I fight, but I'm not a fighter. I usually fail a couple of times and then I give up. So I'm like, well, if it didn't work twice, it's not gonna work. So I have like this barometer where I'm like, dude, this is not gonna work. But it's gonna work, you just don't give yourself the chance. So yeah. The second day out, second day, top notch, top form, sick, but we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. It's not a question of perception. You see the sunrise behind me? That's the goal. Is to film that. But it is important to understand that I would have slept as much. I would have been waking up a bit early, later that day. 12, noon, whatever. And my body wouldn't perceive this as early. Because it's early. Right? Because it's early. Also the fact that I put in an alarm clock. I only put alarm clock when I'm working, so I only put an alarm clock when I'm working. But when I'm working is a totally different thing. See, you wake up, right? You take a shower, you brush your teeth, you make a coffee, you go to work, right? But if you go to work, you have to take the metro, the bus, or you take your car, right? So there's a difference between I'm leaving the house and I'm making videos. I'm going to work. It's because you're setting yourself up, you're preparing yourself mentally. It's easier. I've woke up 28 minutes ago. We did a 7 minutes video on a intro. And this is my morning, right? So there's no time for in between. And this is why the apartment is so toxic right now, because there's no instances of a difference between work and home. Home and work is the same thing, they're blending. There are two realities that's blending. The reality of me being in a safe place, in a sanctuary, able to relax, and a reality of work, performance, quota, results. And the craziest thing is, I'm not gonna fire myself. It doesn't mean that I don't want to fire myself. See, you see yourself, right? You see yourself as this, and this is kind of insane, right? Because you see yourself as your boss, as your own boss, right? Oh, I'm in charge of this. Ergo, I'm the boss of this. This is making content, so there's a department. Food, reviews, gaming, right? I'm the department of each and every single one of them. When I'm not happy with how much each department gets, I get stricter. So I'm looking for a culprit. There's only me, so the only culprit possible is me. So I put myself, you know? And then A lot of people will say, "Hey, I'm my own boss," and the question is, would you hire yourself? If you were your own boss, would you hire yourself? Some people will say no. And they said, if somebody was working the way you were working in your company, would you fire them? And if one of the answers to these questions is yes, if you would fire yourself, or no, you would not hire yourself, then it's problematic. But you won't fire yourself, right? You're not gonna fire yourself because you'd be a madman. I had this wonderful job and I fired myself. What? Doesn't make any sense. Or would you were in a position where you're like, yo, would I hire myself? And most of the time you say yes because you see you're positive. So you're positive, like, hey, I bring this to the table, I bring this to the table. I bring this to the table, yeah. There was instances, I think it was last month, right, where somebody said it was bragging about being nice, right, and about doing a lot of things to help, and helping out each and every single day. But then he was helping out his girlfriend, and he was like, I'm a good person, but his action was not selfless because he's not helping a stranger, he's helping his girlfriend, making his own life easier. He would have done that. He would have not done that for a stranger, because he would have not done that for a stranger. Then this whole reality of I'm a good person is flawed, because it's not honest. It's dependent or reliant on the fact that I do know this person. This person is my girlfriend, you know. And it is insane, because if it wasn't your girlfriend, you wouldn't help her. But if you weren't your boyfriend, she would not accept your help. Like, you're a stranger danger, you know. Fuck off. So yeah, there's a lot of that things, right? So you're in your own universe and you're taking care of everything, and it's hard because you're your own judge, lawyer, and executioner, and you're in a position where, oh, I did so bad, but if you're your own judge, lawyer, and executioner, it doesn't make any sense. Because you're forgiving yourself. Sorry for the burps. It's early morning. Etiquette went out the window. Etiquette is not coming into it today to work. Etiquette is coming to work in 2 hours. For now, Etiquette is still on vacation. Cuba. Really nice place. So yeah, so you're your own judge, executioner, borough, and you're your own judge. I'm taking it in French. Judge, lawyer, and executioner, right? I absolute myself. Oh, I find myself guilty. Now the judge find myself guilty. The lawyer did the best he could, but he couldn't defend the undefendable. And then the executioner is opposed to execution, right? You're gonna execute yourself. So by not executing yourself, you're in the eyes of the law, allowing or enabling people to be bad. You're enabling criminal to be criminal, right? But you're your own criminal. You're your own executioner. So this system of justice, which is failing you. But the system of justice is based on your own opinion of justice, your own value, your own morals, your own ideal, your own universe, right? Some laws. So you would have one of the movies that I liked when I was young was Will Smith, Osmosis Jones. So Osmosis Jones was a cop in the body of Bill Murray. Bill Murray was the character he played was very sick. And the whole movie is about virus and antibodies, right? And his whole body is a universe, right? And there's a law system, and the villains are viruses or bacteria, but the main hero, for example, the Buzz Lightyear, the Woody, the Buzz Lightyear was a medication, and the medication come in, and he had a cannon on his arm. It was really cool, right? You had your own system. My favorite insect, yesterday we saw a lot of them. Bees. They had this own little system, right? They were a bit more advanced. They would have laws. They would have societies where certain laws are primordial, you know, versus other laws. There's places in the world if you steal, they cut your hand. There's places in the world if you litter, they're giving you a ticket. They're a lot stricter, right? That strictness is discipline. I've seen this guy on social media, and he's Russian, right? And he goes around and he works out, and the kids worship him. The kids worship him. They bring him candies. They say, "Please, can we work out with you?" And then you realize that the content creator is a good person, so he inspire people to be his friend. If you're a good person, people want to be your friend, right? The reason why people are so in love with him is because most of the demographic is from Russia. In Russia, they value a lot of strength. Him being physically strong embodies strength, and because he embodies strength, then the whole thing of, well, I'm working out to become stronger is a constant cycle of adoration. I was born in a society that embody a certain aspect of life. Because my society dictates that I have to follow this peculiar example, right? This peculiar example, and it's insane. It's insane because then you. It's early morning. It's no. You're embodying something. I grew up in a country or a culture that embodies this value, because my country embodied these values. This is a value that makes me, and because I had a bit of a work ethic, this value became my main goal, my main focus, the main matrix of my life, right? And because you say that, then you're embodying this value, and because you embody this value, people say that, oh, you're a good representation of our country. You do us proud, right? Right? And this is, ultimately speaking, this is the guy working out, right? So super simple, a strictly physical aspect, right? But then you go into a more religious aspect, which is also important. And the more religious aspect is important because, for example, I was talking to this guy, right? Let's talk about how, talking about the Muslim religion, Islam, right? He's Muslim, and he likes to share his religion. He has a lot of passion for his religion. So when we see each other, he talks about it. I'm like, bro, it's a lot, but hey, I talk to you guys. Okay, so the guy fixed phones, right? When I see him, he talks about his religion. It's a lot, right? Because for that, I'm not uncomfortable because I'm like, okay, but he's very insistent and he's own very fond of it, but also very convinced that this is the one and only way. Do I believe in religion? Yes. However, I think that there's supposed to be more than one truth, and enabling the fact that there's supposed to be more than one truth means that every single truth that exists is lesser by value. If there's only one truth, there's only one answer. If there's multiple answers, every single answer is less valuable than a one unique answer. But then, where's the value? An answer or knowledge? The value is knowledge. I'd rather have less valued answer, but a brighter horizon and a brighter range of ideas and opinion than something that is a dictator, where there's only one way. A sort of monarchy of idea, a sort of monarchy of value, morals. You know, when I was young, my father had to. I wasn't listening. My father had to go the physical route raising me, right? And as a kid, I'd hate him. So like, how can you do that to your own son? How can you do this to a human being? And then I realized that if he didn't do that, I would be a piece of shit. My biggest regrets in life is I left home and my father was very strict. My mom was really chill, but my mom, I only saw her like, I didn't see her a lot. So yes, she was very chill, but it didn't matter in the grand scheme of things because the most time that I was doing is with my father, which was very strict, right? And my father was very strict and very. So then I left, right, and I went to the apartment. So the first thing that I did was fuck rules, fuck laws, fuck society, because a representation of a dictator with my father being the only voice of reason in the house. No matter what I was saying, I wasn't my father. No matter what I was saying, I had no authorities. I had no authorities. I had no powers. I had no powers. I had no truth. I had no truth. I had no voice. So a cage of discipline. And the first thing I did, right? The first thing I did was say fuck that. So I slept at the time that I want. I ate what I want, which was a blessing. The very first thing was very, very, very positive. Finally, freedom. And then I wasn't comfortable in my own skin, so I was keeping myself in this realm of being alone, self-discovery, right? Playing video games, watching TV, listening to radio. Realm of myself. Who is Ingrid Bella? 20 years old, you're discovering that. At 22 years old, money runs out. So what you do is you go out in the world. And you're a decent person. You're a decent person because you were raised to be a decent person, right? And then you have your first heartbreak, right? And like, oh my god, this is bad. And then you have your first reality where you're not a good employee, so you get fired, right? And like, oh, I failed. I failed professionally and I fell in love. The only aspect of my life I couldn't choose. I couldn't dictate. I can take off all my clothes right now, go run in the streets. I'll get arrested, but it's my choice. I go to work. I don't do a good enough job. I get fired. It's not my choice. Yes, I did. I didn't do a good enough work, but at the same time, I didn't. Okay, I did do a good enough job, which is myself, me being guilty. However, I didn't set up the expectation. So if the expectation are at a certain level, and I didn't put it, and my performance is subpar, these said. If my if my performance is subpar this expectation, then I'm subpar what is expected of me, which is mean that I'm not doing a good job, right? So that's it. I can't control that, right? The first thing I did when those things were broken, when I lost my job, when I lost my mind, I became an absolute menace. I became a villain. I was lying. I was manipulating. I was using people. I was a disgusting person. Right? Now, this is gonna sound like such bullshit, but what made me go back to being a good person was guilt. I was like, bro, you can't treat people like that. This is disgusting. How dare you? And because I said that, I became this good person once again. Right? Arguably. And I became this good person again, and the goal behind it was, hey, I'm this good person because I choose to be this good person. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing just fine. I lied, I'm dying inside. Hey, how you doing? Such a good song. And you're guilty, and you find yourself disgusting. So because you find yourself disgusting, this is your, again, what I just said. You go to work, right, and they put this bar of expectation. And if you be beneath it, you're not good enough. If you be above it, you're amazing. And you find yourself disgusting, which is your own bar of, your own barometer of measurement. I am a good person because I'm a good person because I fall in the criteria that I personally believe to be a good person. Those criteria are based from past experience, based on opinion, based on values, based on upbringing, based on culture, because again, the culture that I am in is important, right? Or B, I'm a bad person because I don't follow those, right? Because I don't follow those, I'm a bad person. Again, me being my own judge, law, and executioner. I love crow. Crows are beautiful birds too, and they're really smart. This is what you hear cracking. I don't know is that how you call it, cracking? I don't know. because you're your own judge, lawyer, and executioner. You execute yourself on a not on a physical level, but on a spiritual level. And you find yourself disgusting, and you're like, you're the scum of the earth. You gotta improve yourself, right? And that's a reality. It's not the reality that you chose, it's a reality all at the same time. And it's sort of nice because you're this human being with flaws. And those flaws serve purposes. And one of those purposes is to be the best person you can be. But if you choose, we died. I did 20Ks though. 20K. That's actually pretty good. You put yourself in that position. And that position allows you to do whatever and wherever you want to do. This is the important part. This is the really important part. I'm able to do whatever I want, right? My whole life is dictated by myself. I choose to be a good person, I choose to be a bad person, right? It's insane because I don't know how you could consciously do the choice of being a bad person. But then at the same time, hey, that's your choice and you have to respect it. Itachi Uchiha. No? Okay. Worth a try. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing just fine. I lied. I'm dying inside. And it's nuts. It's nuts. Because you create your own system, right? All of this to say, I created this own system where I allow myself to work. See, watch Prison Break. Prison. Watch Walking Dead. They create this society and everybody needs to pitch in, right? Because you're a judge, lawyer, and executioner, you create your own society. Just like the movie Osmosis Jones, where you're everything and anything. You're every single person. You represent every single member of your universe. You represent every single member of your reality. You represent every single member of your utopia. Utopia is being happy. I live a good life. I am utopia. I live a bad, a shitty life. I'm living in a dictatorship that I fucking hate. Dictatorship called money, and it sucks because you made that choice, not because you want to, but possibly because you're forced. And you made that choice, and it's not a good choice. And you're like, oh well, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to answer to this. I don't know how to react to this, and it's nuts because there's no answer to this. This the answer on how to live the perfect life is the answer of what is life itself. And people believe we live in a simulation. I'm possibly to prove that you don't live in in a simulation. If somebody was playing in video games where they were me, they wouldn't sit here talking to you guys for 3 hours a day. And they wouldn't. I would demand a refund. Then you play Sims, and they do the same thing, and they're talking in a language that you don't understand, but they're doing the same thing, you know. So you create your own expectation. What I'm trying to say, because you create your own expectation, you're in a position of asking yourself a lot. You're asking yourself a lot, you know. You're asking yourself too much, or you're not asking yourself enough. Right? So this is really cool. It's really cool. And the fact that you don't have an answer is also good because I think part of the fun is to find this answer. There's 3 versions of truth. And there's 3 versions of how to live your life. The first version is how your parent taught you. My parent taught me X values. Second is how society teaches you, right? Oh, well, society claims that this is not okay, this is okay, right? Then you got the third version, which is yourself. I acknowledge that this is good, this is not good. I personally believe that this is not good. For example, you'll see something that will trouble you. And it's not troubling others. Well, why am I reacting towards that? Why am I uncomfortable with this? It's all here. Right? ultimately you have a fourth reality, which is having children, and those children shapes you because, okay, well, monkey see, monkey do, right? So if I'm a piece of shit, they'll be a piece of shit. And then society or the world will beat them down. Because, like, hey, you're a piece of shit, fuck you. You know? This is also important. Because you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that piece of shit. You want to be somewhat of a decent human being. It's important to you, you know? And then you become you become another reality because your whole life was self-centered. The most important person in my life right now is myself. Why? Because I've been there since day one. Why? Because when shit hits the fan, I'm there for myself. You know? My parents are there also, but I'm there more there. I won't tell my parents, like, listen, making content, it doesn't work. They'd be like, go fucking work, you know? But then you have a kid. And that kid represents everything that you want. Your legacy. A chance at life. You can do something good. A chance to raise a human being. With your own thoughts and process and your own fucked up reality, but still a reality, right? And you realize that there's something more important than you. That's your kid, right? So your self-centered existence become a reality where you acknowledge that the greater good. The greater good is to being a good father versus being a good human being. And this is technically insane because you would think that a great human being is a good father, and ultimately speaking, yes, it is. Which is at the end of be all. There's a ton of good fathers that are not good human beings. There's a ton of great human beings that are not good fathers, you know? It exists. It exists. And again, there's no barometer to say, hey, this is good, this is not good. Because there's no barometer to say, hey, this is good, this is not good. You don't have a reality. We self-check reality of... You don't have a self-check reality of, I'm doing A, B, C, D. And A, B, C are good, D is not good, but... And I'm allowing myself, you know? It's very intense. As a person, I can sacrifice my happiness. I'm like, you know what? I'm really craving X food, but I don't have enough cash to buy X food, so I'm not gonna do it. But if your son or your daughter comes to you and say, hey, Papa, can I have this, please? I really want it. It's a hard thing to say no, you know. It's a hard thing to say no. She sacrifice. And maybe the answer to life is that. Maybe the answer to life is not judge, lawyer, and executioner. Maybe the answer is... Maybe the answer is just that it's self-sacrifice. And by achieving that, you achieve everything. By achieving self-sacrifice, you achieve self-enlightenment. Right? Achieve self-enlightenment. I was talking about my the Muslim friend, right? And he was born into a society where people are Muslim. He didn't choose religion. It was kind of imposed on him. My parents didn't impose religion on me. I wish it did because I would be more religious. I would have a higher purpose than just this right now, you know? But then this is the path, this is the way, this is the path that I chose. I could have chosen to be more religious. I didn't do it. Why? Can I blame my parents when I don't do the effort myself? Situation, right? And it's become quite ambiguous because you're like, well, what's in the what? How much work am I willing to put in the work? How many times did you do overwork for yourself? When your boss asks you once, you're complaining. Sunder's risen. We're fully awake. I'm going to see my father in an hour. My morning is great. started out shitty. Ended up okay. And here I leave you. Have a nice day. Pretty good video. I'm gonna do these more often. I'm gonna call it morning thoughts. So waking up and the insanity of just waking up and your brain is turning on. Imagining having those thoughts or just discussion at waking up. No people won't. Being normal sucks. Being normal is boring. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Are you? Strange things have happened. You're uploading already? Oh shit. Maybe I've been shaking, I know. Crazy, I know. Blink if you're buying. No. Nature corn. Maybe I began to something. I know like nature corn. Good morning. Don't blink, it's your boy, quick on show. Today doing well, today having a wonderful day on this 4th September 2005. Good morning, people. Today we're waking up with some Tarot Talk. My first video that is not completely insane, because the one I just did is another story. Tarot Talk planned for the 4th of September. Listen, we're becoming really nice. It's becoming real nice. We're doing clips. We're able to do clips. I don't think I'm able to stream yet, but at least we're doing something that's more constructive than just playing. For the playthrough itself, we're actually doing pretty freaking nice. We're tier 2, 67. We just unlocked a card called Enemy Balance. Enemy Balance is going to be super nice because it's more enemy, which is more cash. Also, more enemies, more possibility for enemies that are gonna give you cash, so this is gonna be phenomenal. I'm gonna be reaching today tier 2 of 100. Wave 100 of tier 2. I'm gonna be reaching it in a couple minutes. The plan for today is quite simple. The plan for today is to take this, right? This being, how can I say this? This being a simple case of doing your best, right? And we'll see how far I can go. I really want to unlock the tier 3, because if I can unlock tier 3, I'm going to be able to get more by the daily mission. This is the goal today, but the goal also is to unlock the inner landmine, because the workshop landmine, because like I said, I cannot really spend some coins, right? Because if I do spend some coins, I am not gonna be not gonna be able to. However, yesterday we did unlock the third lab. So today, the simple thing is, and this is gonna happen right here, right now. Today, the simple fact is, we spent so much time yesterday tier 1. Today I want to be more focused on tier 2. The reason why we want to be more focused on tier 2 is because tier 2 unlocks a lot of labs. So if I can unlock a lot of labs, for example, we're going to be unlocking perks here. Perks and module, I think. Unlocking these two would be great. Great for the playthrough. Great for the playthrough. I cannot buy, because again we're not there yet, buy a module, but perks would be nice for the first thing. And also the perks are super expensive for they're super expensive for the labs, which is a good way to spend coin. So by having more unlocks, we simply put, the more I have, we're also 395. So today we'll do a cool videos where we sign a devil deal. The Resistance sign a devil deal with Cthulhu to face off the crown, the sword, and the shield. That's gonna be funny to do. But long story short, what I'm trying to say here is, the more we succeed in tier 2, the more lab we unlock, the more choices that I have. Because right now, the lab that we have are super good. Lab speed, game speed, and cash bonus. They're amazing, right? Everything here is straight up gold, baby. With any balance, the cash bonus is amazing. However, they're not life-changing. Game speed is gonna help me have more runs. Lab speed is gonna help me have more labs. Cash bonus will not make my tower stronger. It won't. It won't. Because it won't make it stronger, so I'm having the same run over and over and over again. You know? And this is kind of annoying because I make a lot of videos, make a lot of clips. So I'm not paying as much attention as I should. However, I don't want to spend attention because we played this game for 2 years. Oh, I died. Good. Thank God I checked. We played this game for 2 years. We played this game for 1 year and a half, and this one for this is holy shit. This is a week. This is a week of the tower. So you know what I'm gonna do? Because now I have to wait. I have to wait until tier 2 is dead, and then I'll do another video, which will happen in now. Tier 2 is dead. We have a new record of wave. We just made 85, wave 85, which means that we unlock 2 milestone. The first one is 20 gems, which is great, and we unlock a module. Interest is gonna be great. Interest is max interest. Oh my god, 2 amazing research. I was at 87. I have to do more. If I can do 3 more, I get to unlock the module, and the module is gonna be a great way to start. So without further ado, the Resistance just recently acquired landmine. So we get landmine chance of enemy dropping a landmine, and landmine deals one time of times 1 of damage. Account for critical, super critical, and chances. Account for critical, super critical, factor, and attack for crit, super crit, factor, and chance. Explosion radius of landmine. The radius is gonna be super important, and it's gonna be fun to do. Then we have unlock Dead Defy, but that Defy is the wall, and the wall is the goal here. So this is good because the landmine will not do shit for me. Because I have to power it up, but at least we unlocked it. And it costs us 400,000, plus there's a mission for the event. I could possibly, if I can do 1 mission today, we sign up with Cthulhu. So yes, that's the plan today. Now, because I'm trying to get some more time, we did get the card enemy balance. So right now we're running at, I think it's 4 cards. We're running with health, coin, enemy balance, extra defense, and fortress. So we're running with 4 cards, which is pretty good. Pretty freaking good. The goal is possibly to unlock another card, because the next lab is going to be expensive. It's 1,400. Forget about it. Yesterday I did big mistakes. See, I think the next one is going to be a card shot. The next one is going to be a card shot for sure. And it's so dumb because now all I have to do is take out the card, the enemy balance, and we're good. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's up. How do I feel about 1 week? Well, in 1 week we did a lot, right? In the first week, I was able to unlock a lot of things. We did play a lot though. I was able to unlock some really good card, which is great. Nothing rare, nothing. I think I got one rare, which is enemy balance this morning. Nothing epic. So is it a big deal? No. This is insane because we did so much. In 1 week we reached tier 700. We unlocked so much of it. But at the same time, it's a different game than when I first started. There was no module. Didn't unlock the module, but there was no module. So I did a lot more. I would have loved to unlock. I would have loved. Here's the problem. I would have loved to unlock module. I would have loved to unlock perks. I would have liked to unlock the second tournament. Because again, this is a playthrough where it's free, and the only way to get the better way to get items or resources is through tournaments. That could be good, right? But sadly, this is not the case. So we did reach tier 700 after 1 week. We reached 1 week yesterday. The stats: we did 3.2 million coins, and that's not a lot, but still, we earned 60 million coins, and we're 27 stone. So we got one ultimate weapon, which I never unlocked in 1 week, which is great. And that ultimate weapon is Golden Tower, which is what we needed. We are also sitting on 395 metal, which is gonna be great. And we're doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy about what's going on. I'm pretty happy about the progression of said playthrough. The interest, we just unlocked interest and math interest. This is gonna be amazing. Because right now what we're doing is we're doing cash bonus. So you know what I should do? I'm gonna go take away a cash bonus, and I'm gonna do max interest. Oh, max interest could be good. Max interest could be very good. I get 100. So this means that I didn't do this one. Because what is this one? I did max interest. We'll do max. Diamond. Max. Yeah, we didn't do it. I don't know why we didn't do it. I don't know why. And let me check on the crown if I did it. The sun is strong this morning. Holy. Wow. Here we're done. We're done with this. They did so nice. The tower is such a nice game right now. There's so many new things. For example, you can research and your attack upgrade. You can research in the defense upgrade. You can research and your utility upgrade. It's so nice. Tower has improved so much since I started playing it. Most of these changes we're completely oblivious about because, so, I'll be honest. A lot of these changes happen when in patches, and I don't pay attention to patches, so that's bad. But yeah, it's really nice. So the goal is once again to get 100 today. Tournament, I was so disappointed with myself because I could have gotten out. The important part is not getting out. The important part is the relic. That could have made it easier for me, right? Yeah, I think max interest is actually a really good lab to have because now we'll do a lot more cash. We'll do a lot more cash, and that's great. It's gonna be a bigger bitch to do because, for example, you're gonna sit at it's gonna be way harder to get the 100. But if we start on a positive note, we get the 100. The 100 is double. I don't know what is the maximum. I think it's like 1,000. I don't remember. I did it on the crown. I didn't do it on the shield nor sword. So I did it 4 years ago. Max interest was one of my very first like lab that I wanted to do. Um, this is so cool. This is so cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll probably do another video about that after this about the tower because well today I'm gonna get some new. It's a shame because today what I wanted to do the original plan, but I did so much clip yesterday that I didn't think I was gonna do. The plan today was to just watch Lord of the Ring the whole day. The whole day watch Lord of the Ring and just have some fun. That could have been really fun. Do some clips and watch Lord of the Ring, play the tower. Oh, it would have been the dream. So what I'm gonna do is instead I'm gonna be waiting for 1 week, so we make some more clips. I'm gonna be watching Lord of the Ring. I'm gonna be eating chips, ice cream. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun. Aye. Okay. Now we're doing clips for Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Happy tower defending. Love ya. Defense. Oh, I've been cheating. Yeah. Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Second tower talk in a row, and it's for the resistance. We just made a mistake. We were doing lab. We just unlock max interest. I don't think that's the right move to do here. I think the right move to do is interest, because the max interest we're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get it right away. See the max. I made a mistake. This is the first time I make a mistake in the. Well, there's a lot of mistakes in resistance, but in the labs, choosing your lab is also important. The one thing that I haven't done well in other playthrough of the tower is I didn't choose my lab. I just choose what is more convenient for me. You know, this is dramatic. The interest is gonna be so good. Why? Because look, so we have like 100, right? And you know that your interest is one. Right now it's 1%. So getting 100 will take me till 1,000 or till a shit ton. So the interest percentage is gonna be good because this is the quickest we can get to 100. And the quickest we can get to 100, the more I can increase it. But at the same time, interest is possibly the best thing ever because cash is what I miss the most. Like, cash is what I miss the most because I want to be able to do every single upgrade. The goal is, technically speaking, to reach the maximum level of tier 1. Tier 1, I'm at a level where I am fighting tooth and nail. Right now, with tier 1, which is amazing, is we're fighting tooth and nail. So basically what I have to do is I have to spend every single couple of wave. I have to increase my defense upgrade, otherwise I get killed. Because I don't have a lot of cash, I'm not able to, so I have to wait. And then we get moved by the enemy that has more attack than I have defense upgrade and I get killed. But if I had more cash or more max interest, imagine, we're going from 50 to 100. I don't know what's maximum, I think it's 1,000 though. But it's gonna be super good. And at the same time, we're not increasing interest. Because right now, what the problem with our playthrough is, we do have a lot of utility upgrades, free upgrades, but we don't have a lot we have, listen, 2, 4, 6, 8, we only have 8 slots to increase. So most of the time my free utility upgrade is completely useless. So I want to have more, but until I have like a 1.5 million coin, it's not gonna work. So yeah, let's fix that. A little bit of a mistake, right? But hey, nobody's perfect. If you're not making a mistake, then something is wrong with you, and that's bad. That's bad. So that's pretty much it. So on that note, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Oh, I've been shaking. Can we beat the score? I'm not gonna be able to do it. Um. Dome Link is your boy Ink. Welcome to the Commentary Show. So doing well, because having a wonderful day on this glorious, and I do mean glorious, 4th September, early morning, early bird, get the worm. Speaking of worm, this is the exact video that we're doing. We are going to be talking about, okay, disclaimer. The video we're doing right now, what did the mailman bring me? So there's a thing that we bought through Amazon, and then we're unboxing them. Now, I have to say, this is not new stuff. I haven't done one of these in 2 months. This is what we ordered over the last 2 months, right? So this is not a haul. This is a recollection of... Oh, phone is too hot? No, not even. Good. Good. This is a collection of things that I haven't opened. Because if I do it every single boxes... See, this is the thing. I used to buy almost every single day. Now I don't, right? So I have to make it a bit more sporadic. That way you get the same kind of content. But without further ado, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get some time for this to work and for this to work. It's a busy morning. So you guys are ready to see what your boy bought. Again, nothing in here is going to be a secret. I don't think there's sex toys. But hey, so here's the very first. Why is it broken? What is this? Ah, so nice. Look at how broken it is. It's insane. Yeah, something I have it here. So this is super cool. So this is a charger for a battery for the phone, for the camera. So I bought a camera. Well, I received the camera from the boys at work, but I didn't have a charger for the batteries. So I'm going to be able to shoot videos on the old camera, which will have a shitty resolution. And that's going to be super fun to do, because it's going to be telling like an other story, you know? There's a list we have. Should have brought. I'm gonna have to show you my address because. Oh my god, this is insane. Secret Edition Shadow Labyrinth. So this is a Switch game, and this is the remake or the reboot of Pac-Man Adder's Theory. So this is gonna be super cool. It's very Metroid. I saw some footage of it. It's gonna be very Metroid. Apparently the story is good, the gameplay isn't that great, but we're gonna have some fun with this. So there you go, second package. Now, for the pièce de resistance, we got this one. This one is the biggest, so this is the big box item. It's a big box item, so let's see what's in there. We already know what's in there. Oh, let's go, baby, let's go. Let's go. So this is first one. We got the retro console handheld. So that we'll be doing a video to open this, but basically this what it is it's a handheld console where you have a lot of games that are emulated. So this is really cool. This emulator for retro games. So talk about Nintendo 64, GBA. Talk about a bunch of games. This is gonna be a lot of fun. And we had one, but it didn't work really well. So I'm excited for this. I'm really excited for this. This is good. This is great news. And the last one, which is super important. This is really important. So you guys know that I bought a phone about 2 weeks ago. That phone has a SD card slot. So what it is, this one is. This is a cheap version, by the way. It is an SD card. Surprise. Surprise, motherfucker. Look at this. It's 1 terabyte. So this is amazing. I'm gonna put this in there. I'm gonna have way more space. I'm not gonna have to worry about it anymore. So this is very positive. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed the haul. I'm not gonna open up the gaming console because once again I have to go to my father's house in 20 minutes. It's nuts because I would love to do that. I would love to do that. But I don't think I think I can do a better video on the gaming channel, opening up the gaming handheld. So I just understand. Pretty happy about what we did. Pretty happy about what we just got. And hell yeah. Domlink is your boy Ing. Welcome to Commentary Show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this glorious, and I do mean glorious, 4th September 2025. Today we're talking about the current situation with work and how blessed we are, because we are blessed, my friends. We are blessed. No, this is not a religious talk. I don't think I've done a religious talk. I don't think I did a religious video, which is kind of crazy with the other video that I did. Did we just die? We just died. We just died. We died again. That's not good. That is not good. Not good. So what is the level here? Sorry about this, guys. 20 minutes. That's not that much. Yeah. So today we're talking about how is the current state of things. So you guys may have noticed on the channel lately, it has been a lot more of recaps. Now, here was the cool thing about recaps. See, with recaps, I used to be so against it because I was like, oh, dude, this doesn't feel normal. This doesn't feel organic. This doesn't feel creative. But again, there's ways to get creative on a recap. So this is kind of good. But there's more than that. Because in a weird way, in a weird way, we're also doing a lot more. For example, this is the perfect opportunity. So basically, okay, I'm watching a show on Netflix, right? And I have to recap it, right? So for example, right now we'll be watching, we just finished Prison Break, we'll be watching Lost, no, we'll be watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and we'll be watching The Good Place. Now, here's why it's cool. It's cool. Didn't have enough schnitzel. Oh, have been shaken. I know that you've been crazy. It's a great thing to be, because I get to stream and watch something in the background. So this could be cool. This could be cool because, again, if I stream 7 hours a day, I'm watching for 7 hours of videos a day, and I do the recap. So it's for me. It's never about how much I can do. It's how much I can do in how much time. You know. If I can do all my work in 7 hours, it's better than if I can do all my work in a whole day. A whole day to me is kind of boring because you're like, well, you know, I have this and to do, but I don't want to do it the whole day. Biggest restraint that I had was I was spending from morning to evening. That's not healthy. So now I want to do something that's more healthy, which is working less. But by working less, my working less is less time. So we do more per time, which in my opinion is better. So, for example, look at this. We got 4 playthrough of the tower. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 playthrough of the tower. So imagine we're doing 4 playthrough of the tower. We are watching a show that we're supposed to watch the recap, and we're streaming. So this is possibly the best way to do things and everything. And it's kind of nuts because it took us a while to realize just how much we could do, you know. So for example, Prison Break I couldn't stream because I started a new playthrough of the tower. So forget about it. I couldn't, right? It was too hard. But now that we're having a semi-idle playthrough, this is much better. And why is it so much better? Because we're gonna be able to do so much more with so much less. And this is gonna be insanely cool because at the same time, that's a goal. That's the goal. The goal is, you know, I started late, but just being able to imagine you're doing something that you love doing, which is streaming. but you're also bored because you're streaming for 6-7 hours, right? So watch a show, and then because you watch the show, then you're kind of able to recap it. Because you're able to recap it, you got videos, and you don't have to think about something. You don't have to think about something original to do, right? And a recap could also be fun. So this is a pretty good time. This is a pretty good opportunity to do whatever you need to do and whatever you want to do. Now, of course, with sacrifices, there is a price for that. We used to be able to do clips when I was gaming. I don't think it's gonna be possible anymore because I'm gonna be taking a break from the show. Then I'm gonna be recapping, doing clips. I'm gonna be taking a break from the show. Then I'm gonna be doing something else. It's not it. Also, for the show, it's not on every single game. For example, right now I'm going to be playing a game called Signalis, which is a horror game. I'm going to be listening to Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so it's a horror game, but you have something funny in the background. It doesn't really work, you know? So yeah, it's a bit of a problem, but it's a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have because it's more fun, you know? So we'll see how it goes. Right now, this is the best plan. I might be switching ID in a week. I might be like, you know what, fuck it. It wasn't a good idea. But for now, I'm really excited about making content because I can do a lot in a little time, so I'm excited about that. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay, so now 50. Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to the show. This is doing well because having a wonderful day on this 4th September 2025. Here is the video that you've been waiting for. Here's the biggest video I'm going to do today, the most important video that I'm going to do today. Yesterday we finished watching Prison Break, so I'm going to come in and I'm going to do a whole series of reviews, my opinion about it. We just finished Prison Break and it was amazing. Now, please understand, this is like a complete review. We didn't watch season 5. I didn't want to watch it. It was too late, and at the end, the season 4 ending is good. And I didn't watch Prison Break: The Last Escape. We didn't watch these, and you could say, "Oh, Ink is not complete," and that's your choice. I think my review is pretty good. So the first thing we're gonna be doing is review by season. Season 1, great. You know what? I'm gonna charge this. Yeah, I'm gonna charge this. It's a good idea. I'll be right back. Maybe I've been shaking off. No, that you go crazy. Season 1. How do I feel about season 1? Season 1 was one of the best of all the season. It's the one that holds up the best. We meet all the characters. It's fun. It's challenging. It's well written. It's well acted. It's a fun time. It is always something that could be happening. It's a really good showcase of what Prison Break is able to do. Season 2. You know what? Season 2 wasn't my favorite to begin with. The fact that the escape isn't about escaping the police. It's about escaping the fact that we're criminals, or the prison. Escaping the fact that we are criminals. So police chase, really good. The Sona, I thought it was kind of starting to be a lot. The whole company thing was annoying because, like, okay, well, we've been talking about the company for 4 seasons, enough already. However, Sona itself was the best environment. It was the hardest trial for the boys. It was the hardest thing for the guys to traverse. It was the hardest thing to. It was a complete different culture. It was a prison, and of course you could make the comparison between Fox River and Sona, and it was so different. It was this whole entity, this whole culture, it was amazing. Fourth season, I didn't like it. The writing on the 4th season was the best. The plot twist of the 4th season was the best. I just didn't like how they became secret agent, right? Now, continuing the review, I think the biggest problem with Prison Break is Michael. Michael is the best character of them all. He's the best character because he's smart. He's the one that's behind a lot of the plot twists. He thinks about a lot of things that other people don't, so that's kind of cool. I'm gonna get something. It's actually a nice weather today. Michael is behind a lot of the plot, and he's the main character. Give me Michael and Lincoln, I choose Michael. However, Michael feels like a total entity. He feels like if there's no Michael, nobody can do anything. He feels like the center of the show. If there's no Michael, things are not going well, and that's boring. Because you introduce a cast of super characters. I love Sucre. Sucre is amazing. I did like Bellic. Her character is Mahone. They shouldn't be reliant on Michael to do what they're doing. But like Mahone, who has decades of services, shouldn't be reliant on Michael. Sucre, who is lived his whole life, shouldn't be reliant on Michael. Sucre is possibly the only friendship that you really buy. You know? Mahone, you believe it after. Do I believe in a friendship between Bellic and Michael? No. Do I believe in a friendship between Wrestler? Wrestler was another character that I didn't like. Wrestler, whole thing was kind of shitty. Oh, I'm a good guy. No, I'm a bad guy. No, I'm a good guy. No, I'm a bad guy. So, to me, this was... Shut the fuck up. People, it's 7:15 in the morning. People are dumb. You need to chill, bro. So, yeah, so it's just insane. It's just insane that such a good show has so many flaws. Sometimes the acting was too much. Sarah, I love Sarah. I didn't like the relationship between Michael and Sarah. To me, it was too intense. I was like, oh my god, if there's not one of them, they're not gonna make it. It was way too intense. Now, the chemistry between the actors is good, but then again, you have to realize that Sarah wasn't there for a whole season. So when you tell me about the importance of the relationship, I'm like, okay, well, why did they get out one season, right? However, the show in itself is great. I think it's because Sarah was filming Walking Dead, but I'm not sure. It's the show in itself has so many valuable quality. Other characters that I didn't like. T-Bag, amazing character, amazing development. From hated to season 3, amazing, funny. Season 4, absolutely phenomenal. But then you ended up with he's becoming the same guy that he was in prison in the first season, so there's no evolution. Bellic, he badass that ends up being a wussy because he's afraid of everything. Like, now, Bellic, you're strong. Show that you're strong. And to me, that was kind of sad because you're like, dude, what are you doing with those characters, right? But then you take a character like Kellerman. The ending is perfect. And Kellerman coming back as a good guy because he died as a good guy was good. Seal coming back and still having dice in the game was great. Jenna Abruzzi was another amazing character. The plot was another amazing thing. Like D.B. Cooper's Money. D.B. Cooper's Money was also a great plot. And that tweener was the best of them. And got the ending that he wanted. He got the ending that he wanted, and he was able to apologize to one person that was nice to him. Right? Brad being in prison, that was also super cool. It's a great show. There's great plot twists. How the Pope hated Michael because Michael betrayed him. But then you saw that Michael had he was right. So like, okay, well, I don't like you, but you're right. Like that Aldo, Lincoln's father, Michael's father, was there for them. When he saw that the mom was such a shitty mom, he probably said, okay, well, I have to defeat them. There's a possibility that Aldo wanted to stop the company so bad because the mom was in charge. The general, perfect villain, Gretchen, great anti-hero. It's just a good show. It's just a great show. There's so many instances when I was mind blown. And yes, I've watched the show before, but I didn't remember it. There's so many instances. Even I, 22 years old, is mind blown. I'm like, holy shit, this is a good idea. Holy shit, this is well done. You know? And you need that in a show. Otherwise, the show is kind of boring. It was mesmerizing. The quality of what I saw. And the fact that after all these years, it's so influential. People were commenting like, yo, we love Prison Break. It means something. Just a good show. The relationship between the characters, the antagonists, T-Bag. The funny thing is, he's nowhere near as dangerous as Michael, but he's insane. And he's somewhat of a guilt for Michael. It's such a beautiful thing. Because he is the one thing that Michael did that was wrong. He's the one person that he brought in that was wrong, you know? And Michael is mad at himself for doing that, for allowing freedom to somebody like T-Bag, you know? It's just great television. There's not gonna be another show like Prison Break. This was cable TV at its best. And I'm gonna miss it. You know the craziest thing? I was so busy with the review because we had like 14 days. We had 2 weeks to do the whole show recap. And then I was watching Prison Break, and I was watching it today. I think it's episode 22, 23, 24. It's like, oh, I'm gonna miss this show. And that's a sign of a good show when it's ending that you're gonna miss it. It's not even done and you're gonna miss it. It's great. It's really good. What a good show. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. I'm gonna miss you, Prison Break. I'm gonna miss you. You know when you love someone? When you miss them. When you're there, when you love someone when they're there, but you don't think about them when they're not there, it's not true love. I'm gonna miss you, Prison Break. And that's true love. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to our show. Just doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this glorious morning of, drumroll please, of the 4th September 2025. Today we're talking about a couple subjects, but the biggest subject of them all might just be, and again, it might, it's not precise, why Brooklyn 99? So as you guys know, the next series that we did was Prison Break. The next series that we're going to do is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The quickest, honest answer is because it's leaving Netflix. And it's a great show. It's a show that I watched twice. And I kind of want to watch it before it leaves. I can do a recap, but also so I can say a proper goodbye to it. I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. How did I meet Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Well, it's funny that you say that. It was during the pandemic. I got Wi-Fi. The first show that I watched was The Office. No, it was before the pandemic. So you know what I used to do? This is kind of insane. Netflix back then, you had a limit on how many episodes you can download. You can only download like, I think it was 14, 15 episodes of a show. So what I would do is I would do 15 episodes of Office and 15 episodes of Shameless. And that would last me the whole week. And I had to make it last the whole week. Brooklyn Nine-Nine was a completely different story. It was a completely different beast. I finished watching The Office. And my first thought is, I want to watch The Office again. But I'm like, no, because I didn't like the last season. So I'm like, okay, well, let's watch a different show. And Brooklyn Nine-Nine came up. And I was like, holy shit, why not? And I completely fell in love with this. I fell in love with Andy Samberg, a role of Jake Peralta. I fell in love with Charles Boyles. The show in itself, it's so good. When you realize that your favorite character is Captain Holt, rest in peace. The actor died, rest in peace. Who was the character that you relate to the least. It's just good. The fact that you have this workplace, which is kind of similar to the Office. In my opinion, The Office is the best of its kind. The Office is, without the shadow of a doubt, the best workplace sitcom. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a close second. The whole thing with Terry Crews being such a big guy but being victim of racism, and that he's a cop. There's so many good episodes. The relationship between Captain Holt and his boyfriend is amazing. The fact that you have a gay character is amazing. The relationship between Jake and Amy. How Charles grew up to be a wonderful father. There's literal growth every single places. How Rosa, who was a block of ice, became a wonderful person. There's so many instances of a good show. The constant emotion. The fact that you have 9 seasons ending, none of them feel the same. And there's the biggest props of Brooklyn Nine-Nine is in 9 seasons. There's never a time where you feel like the show has run its course. There's never a time where you feel like, okay, well, you know what? We're running out of IDs. It's a beautiful show. It's an amazing show. I love that show. I really do. 9 seasons of pure happiness. The problem with Brooklyn Nine-Nine was I watched it twice. In a short time, so I was done watching it. And the funniest thing is, and this is absolutely a true story, I was looking for a show to do that, but I wasn't possible recap. And I'm not going to be using them, but at the same time, the fact that those exist is kind of funny. It is kind of funny, isn't it? So yeah, so super excited about Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's gonna be a season. So just to be clear, it's gonna be a rush because we have from the 4th of September to the 16th of September. So it's gonna be harder. It's gonna be a lot harder. But at the same time, I'm actually happy. I'm actually in a good mood because it's a show that I love. So without further ado, let's start with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Nine-Nine. Okay, so what's next? What we left to do? Maybe I should say something to something awesome. Oh, I've been thinking of don't you perfect and I know that I'm done with videos. Don't blink, it's your boy. I'm going to be behind the scene. We're going to having a wonderful day. We just finished making videos. This is great. The plan now is super, super, super cool. I'm gonna go to my father's, had a cup of coffee, have a breakfast. So we just made some videos. We've been filming for an hour 40, which is great. We're gonna go to my father, again, breakfast. We're gonna do a bike ride after that. I possibly won't sleep after that, but for now, this is the plan. And what a good morning. Holy shit, we made this. Oh, I've been shaking, I know that you gonna trade that. Bringing me down. Baby, oh, I've been shaking, I know. You've gone crazy, I know that this is happening. Shaking me down, oh, I'm thinking I know. Crazy. Maybe I. Okay, good. So now, guys, I'm gonna go to my father's house. So before we leave, before I go, we'll be uploading. We're gonna be saying bye to two playthroughs. The sword and the shield. The crown will stay. And the shield will stay. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's fine. That is fine. Good. Okay, so now what you have to do, let's start with tier 1.